Welcome to the show. We're back, and we have a guest. Aaron Carter is here.
Fuck yeah.
Yo, Jason, thank you so much for having me, man.
Here and really here. No Zoom shit.
No,
so if you're thinking about not going on YouTube, well, you fucked up. He's really here, and he's ready to fight. He's ready to fight huge black men. This guy's a fucking madman. It sounds better when you say it like that.
Hey, you know, it's all
Huge.
love. It's all love.
We're talking huge
But
wingspan of a real pterodactyl.
Now, I saw Lamar Odom saying that he was asked by the promoters to say that he is 6'8", but that he is actually 6'10". My question is, who the hell cares? What's the difference?
Well, if I show you the picture of him and I standing up to each other.
I saw that. You tried to punk him, right?
Yeah, but if you see our picture together, he doesn't look 6'9".
Would you agree that he's hunched over lately?
Yeah.
Would you agree that it looks like his
Well,
back
look
might
at the
be giving
picture.
up?
Do you have my phone real quick, brother? Let me show you.
Well, we can show it.
No, I'll show it to you. But like,
I've seen it. I follow your career.
you know
I don't know if you
the
noticed.
standoff or whatever.
Your coach, my coach. I
No.
follow what you're doing.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
I've had a discussion about you with him probably after you guys only trained one time because I'm like, he's 7 foot tall. It's as a shorter guy who's heavy. Most of the people I spar are taller than me. To get inside, there's a technique to that. It's definitely a lot easier if I've only been training for a few months. If my arms are longer than yours, because I can be like, I'll just stay a little bit back here and land my shots, and you won't to get inside of a giant man.
Yep. Right.
Giant.
Regardless of
Yeah, but when we watch the videos, he does seem like his physical abilities have left him, considering when I recall watching him dunk a basketball with ease, he doesn't look like he could do that right now. Do you agree?
I agree. I think that and no disrespect to Lamar Odom.
No,
you know?
I'm being honest.
I'm not a fan, but I never really.
We wouldn't say you hate his basketball,
no,
would you?
I don't use hate. Hate is not in my vocabulary.
Okay, but do you dislike his basketball?
Playing?
Yes.
I'd never even cared to watch it.
Do you like basketball at all?
I don't like cheaters.
Oh, wait, he cheated?
He cheated on Khloe Kardashian.
oh, cheaters in the game of life. In the game of
sex
life.
cheaters.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay. You've never cheated.
I have cheated.
Right, I was going to say.
And I didn't like myself for it.
Me too.
And you know, I think I have a respect for Lamar because he feels bad. You know,
About him cheating.
yeah, absolutely. He posted a video, you know, where he was watching like the Lamar Khloe Kardashian marathon,
That would be painful, yeah.
and I just thought it was I didn't really like it. You know, I thought it kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Well, I feel
But
like
but why would you do that when she's with Tristan?
I feel like if anybody could relate to this, it would be you. You're a celebrity who's been involved in drugs. And in a way
Absolutely.
where I feel like
Cocaine?
I've been a damaged person too, dude. I've been on a lot of drugs myself. I'm older than you. So hopefully I'm on the other side of things because I lived long enough to get whatever it was,
Right.
enough wisdom to be like, dude, you're fucking killing yourself. Like, you could tell me all you wanted when I was 25. I needed to fucking really know myself. And then when I did, became easier to help myself. Still struggling to this day. But Lamar fucking died, dude.
I know.
He OD'd himself
I know.
way past a normal person's
Yeah.
abuse of drugs and alcohol.
Well,
You have had your own fucking demons. And I feel like you've had, because of that, you got an up and down
A roller coaster.
You know, like everyone loves you. Everybody hates you.
Well,
Tomorrow they love you.
I think that this industry is like a roller coaster for me.
Yeah.
You know, because a
Especially-
lot of people don't understand that you're going to have your trials and tribulations, but they're aired out in the public.
Yeah.
So then you have a lot more pressure on you to fix your life.
Is that how you felt?
Of course, because I don't ever want to let my fans down. My fans are my family.
What is your deal with? Because this is I don't, just so people know, we've been at the gym. I think maybe twice with each other. We really don't know each other. I know.
Yeah, I've just been studying you.
I love Josh. You know what I mean? And anybody who's cool with Josh is cool with me. But you're a guy that's you don't have that background of, you're not trained, and you're training, and you're going to fight a guy who really does on paper have a fucking advantage. He was in the NBA. That's the highest level of athleticism.
Yeah, but his legs look like toothpicks.
They look terrible. But still,
I love the guy. Like, I don't mean to.
I don't
it's just,
I know,
you
but
know, it
I
is what
noticed
it
when you
is.
faced off, you are a crazy person. You do have a temper. I've seen interviews where you've done some stuff with some people, and if they say things that you don't like, you're quick to go. I saw you want to go a guy
Adam 22.
Yeah, and he seems like a pretty big guy. And you were like, "I'll fucking go you right now." And I
Let's
was like,
go.
"Wow,
I don't
he's serious."
I don't give a fuck. Like, I'll pull up. Like, he's not from Miami. We do things differently in Miami, bro.
Right, but
I grew up with Haitians.
Which could be, that's such an odd thing for you to, you grew up with Haitians. Wait a minute. So you left your family and moved to
No, they were just my
Haitian?
friends in Miami. That's just,
So
that's
wait, but
those
you
are my
didn't live in,
cliques.
you weren't born in Miami. You were born
I was
here.
born in Tampa.
Okay, and then you
I was
moved.
born and raised in
you,
Florida.
When you did the pop star thing when you were super young, did you stay in Tampa then?
Well,
Try to
we
imagine
actually-
a guy that listened to Metallica. I don't know your whole career. I know,
No,
obviously,
I
you've been
respect
around and
that.
I know
mean,
it, but I wasn't sure how your childhood career. Did you move to Hollywood at all?
Yeah, we did. My mom had me. She brought us out here when I was about 11 years old to pursue an acting career.
And your dad, or just your mom?
My dad didn't like it. He's a militant father, so he used to call me Mr. Hollywood if I got too big for my britches.
Wait a minute.
And smack the shit out of me.
But his other son was in.
Who, Nick?
Yeah, your brother is a pop
Yeah,
star.
but my dad didn't
your
like
dad
my dad didn't like my brother very much. And you know what?
Did he like you?
My dad?
Yeah.
You know what he used to say to me? You know what I like about you, Aaron? You're not a pussy like your brother.
So your dad.
How quickly did that roll off the tongue?
Your dad
I ain't got a lie to
fucked
kick it.
you guys.
No,
Yeah, dude,
no.
that's not a cool thing to say to your kid.
Well, you know what?
Because you don't like your brother, correct?
We don't get along at the moment.
Right, because your dad was the first person to introduce you to. I can just hate my son.
Yeah, you know what? But the thing is he would always say
For being
that
a
when
pussy.
my brother was being really not too kind to his little brother.
So your older
You
brother
know-
was always mean to you? Because I just watched a special on another MMA fighter, Chris Weidman, before, the guy with the leg that snapped the other day.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So
That's
that
crazy.
guy had a video, a big thing about him, and he's come back. He's lost a lot of really bad fights, been hit really hard with got a really crazy knee at one point. I was like, man, can you get kneed by that guy and still be an MMA fighter? So really tough dude.
Like in the face?
Shooting in and took a flying knee.
Oh, he took a Superman knee?
From the guy, the last guy on the planet that you would want that knee to. You don't want everybody else could have a shot. Mike Tyson's knee, I'd rather than this fucking dude's knee. And Chris Weidman took that, broke his head open, back for another fight. So there's trials and tribulations. But he explained that his older brother was ridiculously mean to him his whole life and was almost an NFL player, was in college football and blew his knee out. And when he blew his knee out, he became a born-again Christian. And then when Chris, the younger brother, became an MMA fighter, forbidden to associate with him because he was involved in violence after his whole fucking football career and being a prick. And Chris said, but it made me what I am today, a very tough, resilient man.
Well,
Do you think that that's what's happened to you? Because your dad was not that.
Absolutely. My dad always told me the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Yeah.
He told me that 20 years ago, bro.
Wow.
25 years ago.
Are you always, when we were talking about you, LA, making music, Hollywood, then you moved to Miami because you're now involved with, sounds like you got your own friends now. You're not a fucking mummy's boy and you're hanging out with some,
I am a mommy's boy.
but you moved out.
I'm a mama's boy. Yeah,
Good for you.
of course. Yeah, I just paid $20,000 for my mother's expenses to get her health back on par
Oh,
when
it's
nobody
adorable.
else in the family cares. Just me.
Wait, nobody
Nobody else.
So all your family
I brought
not
her-
cool with each other? Your mom's not cool with other
No,
sisters or anything?
my brother hasn't spoken to my mom in 10 years. She hasn't met any of her grandchildren.
Wait, so your brother
He cut her off 12 years ago.
and his dad?
And my mom's alive.
Yeah,
He
but
cut my mom off
Okay.
11 years ago. He cut my dad off 15 years ago.
are you cool with your dad?
My dad passed.
Oh, sorry for you.
No.
Sorry.
It's okay. It actually.
Were you cool with him before he passed away?
My daddy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I love my daddy.
so
He was
your brother,
good to
what's
me.
up your brother's ass? Sorry.
Well, it's just you know what? I can't tell because I'm not in his shoes.
Was there a money thing that happened earlier?
You know
or something?
what? I think it had to do with maybe Nick wanting to be the superior Carter.
And he
And when
didn't
he
feel
started,
that?
well, both of us, when we grew up, once we started realizing that we're the breadwinners, then we become the boss.
Okay.
You understand that?
So
that
once they,
analogy, that
and they
concept?
lived off you.
In essence, yeah. But
Did they kind of take you for
my
some
dad,
money? Am I incorrect in that?
No,
They never
I
did,
actually
right?
cleared that up on
But there
marriage
was-
boot camp. I did marriage boot camp with my mom. And then I brought her onto the show to work out all these unresolved issues. And I've been taking the last 4 years to just try to help my family, be there for him, put them in all of them in rehab.
Oh, wait, they're all
I put my
drugs and
mom in-
alcohol deal with addiction.
My mom's an alcoholic, yes.
Ah,
And she's okay
fuck.
with me talking about that. I ask her and she
Yeah.
says it's okay. Because now she's not.
Right.
She was in a 1% statistic. I could be a registered nurse at a rehabilitation, facility if I wanted to. Yeah, I'm Cali sober. So I don't know if you know what that
Does
means.
Cali sober mean smoke weed?
That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
You're on some other meds to just stay calm though, right?
Yeah,
Because I think I've seen in the news that you were like, I'm completely sober, and they're like, but wait, you've got something in your system that you. have to
that
take
was the
every day.
first doctor's thing that I did. I think I was in like 17, and I actually had just released the Love album, and my dad died that year, and I actually started huffing duster cans. So every time I went to
Wait,
rehab,
Why would you huff duster cans if you had money for real drugs, or did you have no money?
I didn't want real. I didn't like cocaine. I wasn't
Who
into
told
that
you
stuff.
about duster cans?
My sister Leslie, who died.
From using that?
No, she died from an overdose of Xanax and OxyContin.
You guys fucking who? Wait,
Leslie did.
does your older brother? I know it's none of my business. It might not even be yours, but does your older brother have problems with addiction?
Not that I'm aware of. Actually, I see him doing really great in his life and
So it
very
seems
well.
like
He's not really a Backstreet Boy anymore. He's dead, and I'm about to be a dad. My fiance's
I saw that.
4.5 months pregnant, and she's.
This is a good time for you in your life. Being
It
trained
is,
right
yeah.
now, getting fit, because I feel like
And he doesn't. And my coach doesn't even know though. But like, I haven't slept in like 4 days because of my fiance being pregnant. She's having a major complications.
slept good.
Slept good. No. I'm talking about.
Don't say you haven't slept for 4 days. Don't do that.
Well, like
It's been
3-4 hours a night,
We're
something
totally
like
got
that. But
two
I'm
dads
used to
over
that.
here. We know how this game. Welcome to fatherhood. Hate to say it.
Yeah,
It's not going to get any better.
Okay, so that's normal.
Yeah. I remember now I can't. I got burnt teaching my son how to surf on Sunday, and I forgot about putting sunblock on my black top head, and I got fucking seriously heat stroke. So the next day I was fucking.
Plus you got the ink on your head. It's
Yeah,
going
but
to
usually
heighten
because
it.
it's black, it notifies me and my head gets hot. And I go,
it did
shit,
it?
I need a hat.
Yeah.
But because I was in the water and it kept like spraying on me, and my son learned
so
how to
kept
surf,
cooling you
dude.
down.
So the whole time I'm like, fucking yeah, dude, go! And I'm so pumped. And then when I got home, he was like, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. And I was like, why are you going to bed? I'm like, oh, you do look kind of like you got some sun. And the whole time I'm out there with a black head and no sun block on, so I got fucking destroyed. I forgot what I was going to say.
No.
Still
Well,
not there.
just to recap back on
Parenthood
something.
makes you tired.
Yeah. Thank you. That was where I was going.
Parenthood makes you tired. Yeah, I get it. But to recap back on something real quick, I want to say two things. Ever since I started training with Josh, I went from taking 8 medications a day to 2.
Nice. Now I don't know
Did you talk to
anything.
your doctor about this or just Dr.
I
Josh?
have a psychiatrist. Yes.
And he was like, and you're like, I'm trying to get fit. How many of these things can
No,
I?
he just says, Aaron, you're doing it on your own.
So you put these other ones down.
Of course.
Is it because I've done cold turkey on some
I only take
prescriptions.
one controlled substance, and it's Xanax, and I have to take that because it prevents me from having seizures from huffing duster cans. So
Wait,
Xanax.
so there was permanent damage from that shit.
Of course, Xanax. So
Fuck,
sometimes
dude.
a lot of people don't understand. I have a speech impediment now.
Yeah,
And
from that.
Yes, and I have to stop myself, and sometimes I have to reiterate a question in order to get the answer because I'll
Does
just blank out.
Does this
It's
stop
like-
you from singing?
No, it actually.
You know the
no.
lyrics all the time. You remember the lyrics?
No,
and
I
shit?
see. I don't write things down when I
You
write
Jay-Z
songs.
that shit?
Yeah, I do it in my head. I do
Cool.
everything in my head, like a freestyle rapper would.
So does that
But
mean you could
freestyle
be
singing.
a good actor because you would totally memorize the lines, no problem?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
I've always
But
been so bad at
and then
that.
to recap on one more thing, I love my brother. We're brothers.
Oh, that's painful.
I love him.
And you don't talk.
No, I love
It's
him.
fucking sad, dude.
We kind of been at each other's throats, but you know what?
You should fight him. That's a good fight.
No, I don't want to fight him.
No, a boxing fight. for
No, I
charity.
know. I don't want to fight him. He's too angry.
He's angry.
He's too angry. I
He's
don't want
angrier
to
than
get
you.
in the ring with an angry man.
You know you're angry, right? You know you have anger issues.
Yeah, sometimes I
Okay,
guess so.
just
but
I don't want you to like really focus on it, but just
No, I think
want
they're
to see your
validated,
eyes.
though.
You know it's there, right?
Of course.
Okay, it's gonna
Yeah.
help you in this fight,
Oh, I know. I'm going in. I'm going in to kill the guy.
but also make
I'm
sure you
kidding.
don't get tired. Make sure because I feel like if you get moody and you throw, every punch is 20 punches.
Well,
so remember that.
yeah.
Don't get too angry in this fight.
Okay.
Because you have a strategy for this guy. This guy has a long reach.
Right.
But if you have
that's what 3.5 foot.
if you have one way to get past that reach and you're on the inside and you have a game plan and you stick to that game plan that he's going to give you, this is a fight where, because I know
it could turn
people
heads.
that don't fight, dude. Like I'm a fighter. I watch fights. I hang out with
No,
fighters.
I
know
study you.
everybody.
I've been watching. I mean, I study you, but like I take what I can. You're a bigger guy, so like.
I mean, I still have to fight shorter people, and I only just figured out how to get inside on tall people thanks to your coach.
Oh,
So
really?
you're in the right.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
recently
he's so good.
had a miracle. A thing happened to me recently where I just all of a sudden can get past and get inside to the point where the first couple of times I got inside, I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, when you're
'Cause usually,
fighting to train training to fight a 7-foot guy, does Josh have to like get on somebody's shoulders at the gym so you can like practice?
I honestly,
He does have to
with
hold
all
his
with
mitts
all
higher,
with
right?
all due respect, I cannot answer that question unless he allowed me to.
I respect that. Yeah, you can't let any of your secrets out.
You got it locked down.
Josh,
He
is it
got
true
me-
that you were inside a trench coat standing on top of another?
Wait, what'd you say? What'd you say?
Where the kids get on top of each other in the trench coat to like sneak into the R-rated movie?
Oh yeah.
That's
You know
the way
what?
you'd have to train.
You should do that for a video to show Lamar that you like if you get on my shoulders and hold pads up here for him.
Spring is upon us. Spring, Jason, as we all know, a time for new beginnings.
Oh,
Maybe you could take up a new hobby.
yeah.
Maybe you can further explore the possibilities of a polyamorous lifestyle.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Ooh, what if I
Or
want to save money?
maybe you can look into updating some of the policies you have on your home for home and also auto coverage. These things are never fun. It's very hard to get straightforward information. You never know if you're getting the best possible deal. There's lots of scare tactics involved. I know from experience, or at least that's the way it used to be. Now it doesn't have to be that way. Now you can just go to PolicyGenius. They have saved shoppers up to $1,055 per year over what they were paying for their home and auto insurance.
Dang. I
Yep.
like money.
That's right. You just go there, you compare quotes from a bunch of different providers, and you know that you're getting the best possible deal for those policies. Head to PolicyGenius.com/Ellis to get started right now. PolicyGenius, when it comes to insurance, it's nice to get it right.
Man, those guys at PolicyGenius sure are geniuses.
When it comes to
Policies. Jason Ellis here, talking about Blue Chew.
always.
Bone on to the bone zone. Get in there and lift all the wet towels that you have in your house. And I throw tennis balls like a slingshot, like sending, like to me, if I could attack your fortress by catapulting rocks over your walls into your village
Mhm.
with my boner.
Yeah. If boner wrestling was a thing a la thumb and arm,
Yeah.
Blue Chew would be banned by the USADA of boner wrestling for being a performance enhancing drug. But
Yeah.
for sexual purposes, thankfully, it's perfectly legal, Jason.
Yeah. No, I that's good advice. If you're in the UFC, maybe not. Because these things are no joke. They really work. I love it. Use
Yep.
it all the time.
And-
Can't get enough.
Here's a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code Ellis at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's bluechew.com, promo code Ellis to receive your first month free. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm humbled by the situation. You know, I'm grateful to be given a second chance, and so I pride myself on the versatility that I have in this industry, not the
Yeah.
music industry. So I did Dancing with Stars. I did Broadway twice in my career. The first time I did it, $40,000 a show. Second time I did it, I was only making $90 a show for a 2.5-hour show being the lead. I had to start over, Jason.
And why?
I-
Why? Because you burnt bridges
Of course.
from
And
being.
or just people boycotting me. There's a
I mean, I saw-
there's a lot of fuckery in this industry.
I saw a little bit of Dr. Phil and stuff like that. And as a person that is in this,
Oh, the doctors, you mean? Not Dr. Phil. Nick was on Dr. Phil. I was on the doctors.
okay,
You're talking about what
you're
you
on
saw with
TV
Nick?
talking about addiction. Did you go to rehab on TV too?
Of course.
Right. So I've been to rehab. Me on video before I go to rehab and after in the middle, it's not a good look. It's but fuck everybody else.
No, but
You
what I
get
what I
sober.
wanted to do.
But I could see how career-wise people would be like, wow. Because at one point you were high, you were lying, and it was super obvious.
Exactly.
And
then I came back and I said I lied to you.
right. And but people
On the doctor's
sometimes
show, I
people
said I
only
lied.
get half the story. People only want to hear the
Exactly.
bad part.
And I'm sick of everybody in this industry living through perception. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Of what they're perceived of versus showing humility, because that actually resonates further. It goes
and
around the
you're
world
helping
twice.
people. If you fix yourself, dude, from being in the thing that you've gone through and you're back on the other side, shining, jumping around, punching a fucking 7-foot dude in the face, it's inspirational to kids that think they have no chance. Because you're like similar to me in a way where you've had video documentation showing that you're fucked. People have written you off that don't know you, just like I have. I've said things and I've been in moods and times in my life where I fucking needed a lot of help, man, and I was desperate and I'm outspoken. I say shit no matter what, and so do you. So there's things that I've had documented where I'm like, man, I know why some people are scared of me. Like I've shown that I can be crazy.
Well, you know
You
what?
getting your
Sometimes
shit
I
back together?
need people to be scared of me.
I could tell, but and it's this.
They need
is this
to-
part
they
of
need to
this
know?
fight thing? Is this why you're doing this?
No.
Are you trying to
absolutely
show
not.
everybody that you can't be fucked with?
Kind of.
A little bit, right?
Absolutely.
So if you
But
lose,
it's
what are
David
you gonna
versus
think?
Goliath. I'm not going to lose.
Let's say you.
I won't
tripped.
lose. Then I'll get back up again. Look, I took a knee.
What about if the judges scam you?
He won't let that happen.
He doesn't. He's not the judge.
You see, no, it doesn't matter.
We
but
can do a.
I know
you
he's not
won
the
the
judge.
fight, and
I
we
know,
know
I
you
know.
won
Oh,
the fight.
okay.
But if they give him the fight, because I mean it's boxing, everybody's full of shit. It's giant gloves. It's gonna be hard to put him out.
23-ounce gloves.
Right, there's a lot of work, man. You're gonna have to
They
throw
don't,
a
apparently,
lot.
they don't even make those.
23?
Yes.
I didn't know that those. I fought with
Yeah, are
16
those-
and
He didn't either, and he's the coach. He's the coach. He's my coach.
Are you guys fighting
Josh
in Hulk
is my
hands?
coach. Josh Polit is my coach. Huh?
Are you guys fighting in Hulk hands?
Oh, I know, right? Those old,
Big
where they
green
would make
things?
the noise. I had
Yeah.
those, bro. You must be like in your 30s. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm at the tail end.
Anybody under like 26 doesn't know what that is.
I'm at the tail end of my 30s, but I'll take
You got the tail end?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Thank-
wow.
yeah. See,
look
you
young,
look
bro.
great, dude.
You look great.
See,
So, is this like a newfound passion for you? Like, what after this fight
Yeah.
is over, are you going to keep
Yeah.
training? Like, have you been
Absolutely.
bitten by the bug?
You know,
he looks like he has.
yeah, I got bit by it.
When I see him at the
Mhm.
gym, I can
And-
tell he's like, for one, he's nice to me. He thinks I'm like deserve some respect because I box more.
Yep.
So
You're an old timer now.
when you
But
look
that's
at
the
me
fact.
like I know, but I look at
You take
dudes that are way
seniority
younger
over me.
than
I'm
me.
just walking into the game, bro.
Yeah, I
I
know.
can't come in here and be like, I'm the shit in the
but it
fucking toilet
shows me
paper.
that you have respect for the game, which means the bug has bitten you.
Oh, okay.
Because if I didn't really care about the sport, like no offense to golf players, but if someone goes, Jason, did you know that guy's like top 3 in the world golf player? He's standing right next to you. I'd be like, oh man, that's cool. Stoked for you, dude. I don't fucking care. If you go, hey man, that Francis Ngannou is standing next to you, or fucking and Dominic Cruz, fucking anybody, all MMA fighters or boxers of certain stature, I go, oh. Like Ray Boom Boom Mancini once said to me at the gym, "Hey man, good work with my my nephew over there. Really appreciate it." And I walked off and said, "Ray Boom Boom Mancini talked to me, because I know Boom Boom Mancini was a legendary boxer, and now he's at this gym with his nephew, and he's thanking me for the work. Like I was in the car an hour later going, I came on the radio. I was like, Boom Boom Mancini knows me. I seen him at a restaurant once. I was like, Boom Boom. He's like, these are like great things
Hey,
to me
kid.
because I love fighting.
Well,
I tried to buy his dinner once.
I'm a little bit of a scrapper, I could get hit and I'll come back at you. It don't matter. I took a knee yesterday.
From getting hit.
Sparring.
So gut shot.
I got a couple bruised ribs,
I mean, this is.
but I don't care.
It doesn't surprise me, and I think it's a great.
And I
think
don't
Josh
give
is
a shit.
You have
Hit me
to.
harder.
You have to.
Hit me harder.
You have to.
I'm sorry. And I knew what it was. As soon as I got that,
Who hit you?
it was Ian.
Oh, okay. I thought I
So-
was gonna say it was Josh. I was like, fucking.
Nah, he probably would have broke more ribs.
So how'd you feel? Did you?
It's just it's a different pain, something I never felt. It kind of feels like, because I race dirt bikes and banshees and I ride a 450. So I ride
You
the biggest.
race dirt bikes?
Yeah, I've been racing dirt bikes just for
Wait,
fun.
recently?
No, for the last 20 years of my
Oh,
life. I did
okay.
a movie called Supercross, and I did all my own stunts in it.
Yeah.
So
Supercross.
and my
How
bike
did I
my
not
bike
watch
number
that?
was 420.
In a motocross movie.
Yes, called
For
Supercross.
children.
Called Supercross. No, not for children. It's PG-13.
Dude, it's a fucking kids movie.
Actually, it might have been rated R. I'm not sure.
Because if you've ever seen the other one, I won't watch it. But
No, that's
it's
the
very
Disney one.
Religious.
No.
Motocross is very
Oh, God.
NASCAR-y. So when you watch it, when you write a movie, it's usually like the Lord saves you and gives you motocross skills or something. But there's one about
I
some
think you-
soldier guy that's a moto dude, and I'm like,
That's the movie I'm in.
it didn't recently.
The Supercross
Yeah,
movie.
not that long ago.
I mean, 5-10 years ago?
Oh, okay. No,
Were you
this is
number-
recent.
No. That's
So you weren't number 420 in a Christian movie?
no.
Okay. Because that
I mean-
that would be quite an achievement.
Well, not really, because God mentions weed in the Bible.
Well, there you go.
So you can't. Come
Wait,
on. now.
he does?
Yes, of course he does.
What does he say about it?
I don't know exactly what the scripture is right
Is
now.
it
but
good
yeah,
or bad?
I think he just says weed is chill.
He just it's God's green. It's God's greenery.
Bullshit, Aaron Carter.
I'm a
Is
Catholic.
this First Testament or second or because I don't.
I don't think it's.
I
In
don't know
Genesis,
a lot about
but
religion, but
I
I-
don't think it's in Genesis. I would have brought my Bible today, but
Like he says, thou shall fucking roll the doobie or some shit.
basically,
Puff
yeah.
pass is actually,
There's
actually the 11th commandment.
there is.
They hadn't talked about that more. They could
No, I
have got
know.
me. I might have fucking like given them a chance
they talk about it in the Bible and
as a good thing.
as a good thing. Have you ever seen the video where they got a guy with Parkinson's disease to take an edible, and then in 30 minutes he was normal again?
Yeah, what's that got to do with the Bible?
I mean, it's just how
I know
how
weed's good.
there's no additives in there. It comes straight from a plant, and that's how it has to do with the Bible. Is it's just like
I really wish he would come back. You know,
So weed does have a lot
set
of
the record straight.
a lot of history in that region. Fun fact: the words assassin and hashish are,
Yes,
are
I
the
know.
same because they used to get assassins high. It was the man in the mountains. It was like he was like
I
running
know
like
what
a
you're talking
terrorist.
about. Yes, I
He'd
actually
get his
do know what
people
you're
fucked
talking
up on hashish and then send them down to kill people that were going by in convoys. So in Genesis, they say that
It's Genesis.
God gave people all of the
Love that
herbs.
band.
When
Yes,
God
correct.
is making planet Earth, makes the world, God gave us all of the plants for food, medicine, and enjoyment.
Yeah.
So
and actually holistic healing
All right,
and
look,
spirituality.
enough. Hey, everybody. Jason Bold Ellis here talking about keeps. Do you want to keep your hair? Do you want to be me? Do you know I actually really like when people, I used to hate it when people flick their hair out of their face.
the goth thing.
I would kill to do that right now, and I cannot do it. But you, listen to me. Are you listening? Do you have hair? Do you want to keep it? Well, then listen up, big boy. Listen. Go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, you need to have a talk with the man in the mirror, and you need to get real with yourself, because that's probably the biggest thing is guys are in denial, and who can blame them about being in denial? And that was your only strategy because your hair was going away. It's not the case anymore. You can keep the hair that you have, but it's not a quick fix. This could take months to work. And so get cracking. Every day is another dead follicle that's never coming back. Or you could just get keeps, right?
Yeah, or like a mean beanie collection like me. Seriously, though, keeps is a better option.
If you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/Ellis to receive your first month of treatment for free. That's keeps.com/Ellis to get your first month free. keeps.com/Ellis. We are talking to you today about Hawthorne. Jason, you're definitely way ahead of the curve when it comes to personal care, grooming, moisturizers, and the like. I'm getting to the point in my life where I feel like I need to become educated about those things. And I don't even know where to begin. That's why I'm happy we have Hawthorne in our lives. You go to their website and you take their quiz. And I just did the quiz. It's a really, really smart quiz. There were questions where they're like, do you do this or you do that? And I'm like, I kind of do both those things. And they're like, both. It's one of the options. I was very, very happy with the quiz. And I feel like they really figured out what Mike Tully, need when it comes to personal grooming. And then once you take that quiz, you get your essentials bundle, which has all the products that are tailored to you, to the stuff you told them that you need, that you use in your quiz. It takes all the risk out of shopping for personal care.
I just love the way you spend how narcissistic I am into the start of this commercial, but somehow making it complimentary.
That's right, Jason.
Yeah.
Take Hawthorne's quiz today and get started on your personalized self-care routine by going to hawthorne.co and use promo code Ellis to get 10% off your first purchase. That's Hawthorne with an E, HAWTHORNE.co, promo code Ellis, hawthorne.co, promo code Ellis.
So listen up, everybody who's a fan. Go there. Use the code. You'll take care of your face and you'll take care of the show. Thank you. So this Adam 22 guy.
He's a piece of shit.
Oh, you don't like him?
Not anymore. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
No,
Because
not-
you've been
not-
on there
not-
more than once, right?
I've been on there like 4 or 5 times.
And he
honestly,
does
like I don't fuck with Adam 22 anymore. And yo, listen.
Well, I
it's
don't know
because-
him. I don't want to do it.
Okay.
One way or the other. If you don't like him, that's cool. I just wanted to get to. I noticed he has an OnlyFans account.
Uh-huh.
So does that mean he fucks his girlfriend on OnlyFans
With other
and
girls.
He's a podcaster, and you have an OnlyFans because my wife has an OnlyFans,
Okay.
and so do I. But I have never. My OnlyFans has never seen. I've never said, "Hey, everybody, here's my OnlyFans," because I can't commit to it. Also, I believe me committing to it wouldn't make me any money, so there's not really a reason for it, except
Never
for the
know.
fact that I would like to show people my dick. I'm just what is it again?
Exhibitionist.
Yeah, I'm an exhibitionist. But my wife makes tons of money out of it. But how do you feel about because you're probably the blueprint where I go, if I do it, are they gonna fucking
Do you know
post me like the bit where I go, here's where I pull my dick out, and then they blur out the dick, and I'm like, man, I want my fucking daughter to see that.
Well, there's a DMCA that can be that you have to initiate.
Because you're a bit
So,
of a lawyer. I've heard you talk because of you've been in
Well,
court.
I
so
wouldn't
many
know what a
times in your life.
DMCA is unless I knew law.
Right. So anyway, because
and
I
you
don't know what it is.
A DMCA is basically a company that, in the law, that doesn't they go out and they have to remove anything that's being shared on other social media platforms,
Does
hashtags, whatever it is. So it
Everybody
stays
on OnlyFans have
exclusive
that,
to
or just
OnlyFans.
you have this deal?
No, everybody can get. No, it's an ancillary company that does it.
Because why do they? Because my wife and her
So you spend
friends
like
that have
$400
OnlyFans-
You spend like $400, and then DMCA goes out and they send out lawsuits, basically, like online like lawsuits, and then
So
they
you-
have to shut them down because it's copyright infringement.
So remember that, Katie. Someone starts trying to show you putting
DMCA.
things in your ass to my kids
Exactly, DMCA.
because that happened. My kids tried to. Somebody at school
and
was
the
like,
DMCA will find the person, and then will be able to lead you right to them, so you can hit them with the revenge porn.
man, you are not. Let's make sure we stay on Aaron Carter's good side. Revenge porn.
Revenge porn.
What do you mean? You're gonna fuck them and put it on video?
No, it's when they're sending stuff to other people unbeknownst to you. That's revenge porn.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Okay.
Understand?
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Okay.
back.
Yeah.
It's
So that's
new to
what
me.
it is. It's I dated Brooke Hogan. Okay.
I always wanted to do that.
No, you don't. No. She's a sweetheart. Actually, no, she's a darling.
When did you date her? Were you
we
very
dated
young?
from 15 to about 17.
Oh, okay. So
Or 16 to 17, 18.
okay, I don't even want to know what happened there then.
And but Terry,
Terry,
her dad,
yeah.
Hulk.
You know him as
He
Terry.
sued Bubba the Love Sponge.
Yes, I know
And
Bubba.
I grew up with
Hated me.
Bubba in Tampa. That was 93.3 FLZ.
You were good
that
friends.
was that. Yeah, I listened to 93.3 FLZ.
You love the
and-
Love Sponge show.
Bubba the Love Sponge show was that's that's what I went to, and then he like secretly recorded him, and then
Yeah.
he won $100 million.
Did you bang his wife?
Absolutely not. No,
Right.
no. I'm a good dude. I would never do.
Back in the day, you weren't, right?
I mean, when I was 13, and they're like, "Oh, you're cheating on Lindsay and Hillary together." 13, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you didn't fuck anybody back then. You were just like making out with them and holding hands, right?
Yeah, I mean, I lost my virginity to Hillary. Yes.
Hillary Duff?
Yes.
She was
Okay.
the same
Well,
age as
actually,
you.
she lost her virginity to me.
You guys were 13 or something?
You're doing the
Yeah, it was
things.
my 13th birthday party.
Was it really?
Yeah, and I had
Man.
Beyonce there. If you ever see pictures like me and Beyonce and Destiny's Child dancing on the dance floors or whatever, that was my 13th birthday party.
At your 13th
were there.
birthday, you fucking danced with Destiny's Child and you fucked Hillary Duff.
Yes, they came to my birthday, bro. Like Mary-Kate and Ashley were there, and they gave me a $4,000 camera, and they both wanted to hit it too.
I don't give a fuck about your camera, dude. Just I didn't know that I didn't know that I was
Yeah.
That's a really good birthday.
Right. I think
It was a really good birthday until I hit some chronic, and then I ended
At
up
13?
yeah, absolutely. I smoked weed with Michael Jackson when I was 15, so
Wait,
Was it his weed or yours?
Yeah.
he got it from me.
Does he get
Wait.
good weed?
Yeah, the best.
Wait
of
a
the
minute,
best.
dude. Wait a minute. Okay,
The best of the best.
he had good weed and he gave you weed when
Neverland.
you were 13 at Neverland. 16. Were you a bit too old to be around there?
Yeah,
16?
exactly, right?
So were
Someone
you,
said some.
Oh,
people,
are you about to go? Are
well,
you about
people
to
would
tell me that he
think
would
that.
never be that guy? Is that what you got from him?
Honestly,
You didn't sense that from him.
I didn't.
I mean, who?
I
can
didn't sense that from him, and I'm a very empathetic person.
You've been molested, right?
I have, yes.
So you have a molested radar.
Yeah, I can pick it up. Yes,
Right.
I can pick
Me
it
too.
up. Mm-hmm. And multiple times in my life.
Me too.
Even starting in the beginning of my career when I was 6, 7 years old by 2 boy twin dancers that I had. And I was
How
7,
old
8
were
years
they?
old, and we were on planes, and they were doing stuff that they shouldn't have been doing to me.
Right.
They were like, 15, 16, whatever it was. And, so I've lived life, and, I'm proud of where, where I'm going. And I think that being intellectual, patient, having conversations, understanding the rules of engagement, there's a lot of things that I've learned, and I just want to keep that up. I don't want to
Because you
skip
would
a
have been
beat.
shown the wrong way how to go.
I
about
had
things.
been shown the wrong way.
Yeah.
I've seen the
Which
wrong way.
means you
I
would have
dealt
had some-
ecstasy in Miami and Florida City. I
Why
would
would
drop
you
off
deal
my
drugs
packs
if you made a lot of money? Was there a time there
because
where
my
you ran
parents, before I was 18, would not pay me a dime.
So there was
I didn't have a wallet until I was 19.
as in
And after I got my trust fund money. Then I got a wallet.
your trust fund money, the money that is
15% Coogan law. Paul
Yeah.
Peterson created the Coogan law.
So
protect
when you say
minors.
trust fund, you mean it was your money that you made. It wasn't your parents.
15%
Yeah.
only put into an account for the
That's-
duration of my career.
That's all the So Jackie Coogan
And-
was a child star that got ripped off, so they made the Coogan law. I thought you were saying your parents got to have 15%.
Yeah, it was Paul Peterson, Jackie Coogan.
Right.
Yeah. So Paul Peterson, though, was the
Yeah.
one who actually brought it to life. So now I'm actually working on my own law called the Carter Law. And the
Nice.
Carter Law is gonna entail of this. You get 10% of your money, right? But 25% is going to be put away as a minor now, not 15%. 25%. And then at 18 years old, you get released maybe like a fourth of your money.
Yeah.
And then you have to take business classes in order how to manage your finances.
Sure.
So does the other
Right?
75%
So you have to take
go to
business
the parents?
classes to manage your finances so you don't blow through
Is
your
it-
money like I did.
I think it's like when I hear you say that, I go, oh man, what a drag, what a nightmare. How to you made it, and now you have to, like Aaron Carter figured out a way to make me get my business degree so that I can understand what I can do with my money. But as a guy that has made a little bit of money and made it when I was way past 13, everybody tries to take it off you.
Even
if
after
you don't
that, yeah,
know,
yeah,
if
yeah.
you don't know, I'd hate to say it's like, man, all I want to do is be a pop star. I want to be a big singer. I want to make millions of dollars. Everyone knows my name, and
I bet
get the
none- I
money
bet-
accordingly. Like you're kind of wishing for a really stressful, potentially left miserable life. Like it's a really hard racket, you know.
To try to lead for a less stressful,
It seems
less
like
miserable
young
life.
people, especially, like if you make it big when you're young.
Mm.
I mean, you're a prime example, but you're not alone. There's so many young stars that
But they don't
everybody
know
took him
how.
for everything.
But they don't know how to have that willpower, and that's where I have my daddy in the back of my head saying, "Aaron, like this isn't all it." That's
Yeah.
what my dad would tell me. This isn't all it, Aaron. Like you're not Mr. Hollywood. And if I would, come at my dad and be like, I don't got to talk. I'm the boss. There's, some adolescent teenager shit. He'd be like, what's up, Mr. Hollywood? And
do you
I
like
would-
Hollywood?
No, I hate it.
Do you like LA?
No, I hate it.
Why do you live here?
I don't live here.
Where do you live?
I live 80 miles away.
Oh, wait, a Calabasas guy or something?
Hell no.
I'm sorry.
Do I strike you for that?
You know
Lancaster.
what? I've only been to Calabasas one time in my life.
That's some.
And I went there the other
No,
day
no,
for
no.
the first time to Tommy Lee's house to
Oh,
do
God.
a podcast with his lovely wife, and she is a very nice person. And I was like, wow, this is a crazy neighborhood, and I'm really happy for all of you guys because this seems like a really sensational place to live. I didn't know that there was a type or what it looks like. I have no idea, believe it or not.
About what?
About what somebody in Calabasas looks like. I can't
The
judge any-
Kardashians?
Right.
Okay. Well,
Or like
okay.
in their 70s? Kardashian wannabe?
Okay, so it's kind of like
Like
Palm
60s,
Springs a little bit.
70s. Yeah. I don't know.
So anyway,
it's
what-
weird. So I live in Lancaster. So I live
Okay.
in the high desert, 4,000 feet. I have my
It's cheaper.
Banshees. I got my my dirt bikes. You know, I go out and I
Got
ride.
dogs?
I have 4 dogs. I have 2 German Shepherds and I have a Dalmatian and a pug. So
Mm-hmm.
but my Shepherds are my first Shepherd. Her name's Zelda. She was imported from Nuremberg, Germany. She's trained in 3 languages and she's just a canine dog.
Are
so
you
I had
rich?
Yes.
That was a really that sentence was like.
I mean, you know what? I'll be
some
honest
people
with you.
say that you. I mean, why do an OnlyFans, or are you rich from OnlyFans? What is your biggest income? Totally don't have to answer that. By the way,
I make $400,000 or $500,000 a month.
from OnlyFans.
No, I make
Oh,
about
just your
80
career.
grand on OnlyFans a month.
Wow, are you doing? And look, dude, I swear, like my wife has shit in her
I know,
ass.
I
Like,
did not expect it. It
I'm
was
okay
a-
with. I if I didn't have a son, it would already be out. I just because I wanted to. So I'm not like, oh man, you got your dick out there. Like for instance,
Well,
her
it's not, just that,
OnlyFans.
it's not just that.
My
It's
dick's
just,
in her OnlyFans, so I'm pretty much
well,
fucked anyway.
I'm doing other things. Like I'm giving.
What do you do on
I'm
there?
giving exclusive content to production
what?
production that I'm working on for my new album that they can't go to Instagram and find.
So it's not just
So
nude
since they're
stuff. There's-
subscribing, they might as well get their bang for their buck.
So you're kind of using it like almost like a Patreon service.
Everything. It's just everything.
but also
crossing those-
fucking too.
No, I will not put my female on there.
So
It's
just
only
you
me.
jerking off.
It's just me just doing my thing. Like
So is it a
whatever
lot of
it is.
dude fans?
It's 98% guys.
Right.
Okay.
See, that's what. See, now you're making me want to do it because I'm.
You can do
I'm-
it, and they
I'm
will
half
love you for it, bro.
I'm half
And-
a gay, so people ask me to do. Gay people that follow me ask me to do that OnlyFans, and I'm like, if I made as much money as my wife made, I would do it
Yeah,
easily because she's paying the bills right now.
yeah.
She
So,
does way better than
and-
this podcast. God damn.
Bro, my OnlyFans, like honestly, did better than my touring did 5 years ago.
That's amazing.
Now I
How
make
long do you
25,
think-
30,000 a show.
How long
So-
do you think the OnlyFans will last?
Well, actually, they're being potentially indicted for sex trafficking. So they got the CEO of the company can't even sell it because it falls under the laws of sex trafficking.
Because
shit.
people that work in there are also, some of them can be hired
Escorts.
as escorts. And
Correct.
that drags everybody into it. You know what I really hate? As a
Damn.
person that almost had somebody on
crazy.
here that defends, he is used to be ex-Marine guy that works for the government now to get, like, find sex slaves, kids, and save them. That's his job. But I also feel like I have friends that have an OnlyFans account, and you can hire them. They'll come to a hotel room, have sex with you. They want to. They want the money.
And it's legal.
And I'm like,
It's
I don't
legal.
feel like there's anything wrong with that.
I don't either.
But
I
I
feel like
do-
it's no different than well, it's porn. So it's soft porn and porn or hardcore porn, whatever you want it. For me, it's like, you know, I got a kid coming along the way, but I don't think I'm ever going to stop being who I am. I'm proud of like I finally got to a place in my life where my body dysmorphia doesn't affect me anymore because I also went to rehab for bulimia, anorexia, purging.
Oh, wow, you thought you were
and-
fat
No, I didn't.
because you've never been.
No, I didn't
I've
think
never
I was
seen you.
fat. I suffer from a hiatal hernia. So it's a stress condition of an 80-year-old man. It's kind of like osteoporosis is for the bones, but for the stomach.
You have that.
Yes.
Have you recovered from this
I was on the doctor's show. They did the endoscopy.
and fixed you?
No,
you're-
they didn't fix me.
you're not
You
that
have to
fixed.
fix yourself.
Okay, so you
I
fixed
fixed
yourself.
myself.
Okay.
Yes. My
so you're
diet,
in tip-top
sleep.
shape to fight.
Of course.
You can take a gut
I mean,
shot, right?
No. I mean, what do you mean a gunshot?
A gut.
Oh, a gut shot. I thought
Yeah.
you said a gunshot.
Yes.
No.
If Lamar shoots you, do you think you can beat him?
If he shoots me.
The real question.
Well, if he gonna have to have a 308 M1A.
Oh wow! So you've got a lot of guns in your house.
I do.
Yeah.
Yes, ARs and whatever you. Yeah, I mean they're in all different corners of my house.
Is
so-
that a thing that came from taking drugs and not getting any sleep, and you got extra paranoid?
No?
Do you still need
I
all
was
those
approved.
guns?
I was approved by the DOJ and the FBI to have my guns. I have a license to carry.
Was that because you had death threats or something?
It's just I don't need security.
So
I am my own
if you're
security.
a celebrity that is potential, like you're,
I don't go looking
You
for
can-
trouble. I don't walk around with chains on. I
but
don't
you
have.
can
watch-
ask. get the police to sign off on you having a
CLD.
concealed carry.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Because
Well, it's actually one of the hardest things actually in the LA County to get is a concealed weapons permit.
you have to go to what is
You know
it?
the spiel.
Yeah, because I go to some gun friends of mine at Smoke and Barrel, and
Okay,
if
yeah,
you live
you-
out there, you can have a license to carry. If you work in Hollywood, you can bring
It's
it.
the LA
but you
County.
have to live out of LA.
It's
County.
LA County. Yeah. And I live right still in LA County, but I was
Oh.
still able to be approved in LA County
Okay, because of your
because
Profession.
because I've had death threats and I've had this, and I was able to show him, hey,
okay.
I was raised by a military policeman father. He was a marksmanship shooter. I grew
So
around
you
guns
trained?
my whole life. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I don't shoot to kill, bro. I shoot to shoot targets and but if someone's gonna come on my house,
Yeah.
you're dead.
Fair enough.
You're dead. You're dead.
I heard you
You're dead.
say in a live feed that when you beat Lamar, that you are looking for a pole brother. Is that true?
You know what? I'm honestly gonna let my coach handle that stuff. And I think that's paying him the most respect because it's
Do you think you could beat me after you beat Lamar?
do I think I could beat you?
Yeah.
Hell no.
They're as good as me.
Who is?
The Paul brothers.
Oh, okay. Well then
Like, if you were gonna
I guess
say-
we're gonna have to start sparring here in the
What's
next
that?
year. No, he didn't. No,
I know.
coach don't want me to go after them at all.
Yeah, I don't think you should either.
He'll want me to do it. Maybe if I get up a weight, we go up to their weight class and they come down
have
a little
way
bit, right?
more practice, dude. You're not.
Yeah, no,
you're
of
too
course.
new.
I'm not
Those
going-
dudes have had like
I
4 or
said.
5 years by now.
Yeah, I said no.
Yeah. Okay. Because I saw you
It's a
saying
no.
that on
It's
your
a
live
big.
feed. I was like,
It's a
don't,
BIGNO.
don't do that.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, go after Blippy first. Fuck up Blippy.
He doesn't know Blippy.
I do not know Blippy.
He's a
First you went too old with the whole cans, and then now you went too young with the YouTube children's
Don't worry.
entertainers.
My next quip will be right in the middle.
Well, are there odds on your fight? Are you favored to win this fight?
Absolutely
way.
not. I'm the underdog. Always.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
I like
think
being
about
that.
layman's terms when you look at him and you look at Lamar. I when I heard it, I go, wait, Lamar, the guy in the NBA? I mean, that's a crazy athlete, and he's a singer, and he's nowhere near 7 feet tall. That doesn't add up, especially when you're talking about both of you have no experience. Because as I said, dude,
I don't.
getting on the
I'm
inside of
getting there.
somebody,
I'm
you
just
can't do
starting.
that in 20 days. But if you have more fight in you, he's older and slower, and you have a game plan, and you perfected. All you need is to perfect one
Good
move.
pump. Yeah, one
And
good,
you
one
do
good
that
pivot
to him
hook
over and
you
over
know?
again.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to adjust.
No.
I saw him hit pads. He's going to be if he falls over, the fight might be over.
Yeah, look, I believe, and I'm not just saying this because you're here. I believe you are going to win. I
You
also
do?
believe
Oh, wow.
you
Thank
would
you.
defeat him in a one-on-one basketball game at this.
No, I don't think that.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Mhm. I do
mean,
Shaq.
I have to bring this
No,
up.
you
I know,
didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Ask
you thought
him.
you did, but
Ask
you didn't.
him.
I don't know Shaq personally. I don't have his number. Maybe you do, but in a real game of one-on-one, Aaron, you're not here, all right? He's going to beat you.
Actually-
I don't underestimate me, bro.
I'm not underestimating that you
a lot
can't
of
beat
people-
Shaquille O'Neal in a one-on-one basketball
Listen,
game.
a lot-
I don't believe that's
okay,
overestimating.
that's not overestimating.
Okay, thank you.
But I did scratch the shit out of him during the basketball fight.
I
was
believe
12 years
that.
old.
I believe
and,
that
I
you
hold my
scratched
own.
him.
I held my own, all right? And I put it in the hoop like slam.
Okay. Look, I scored a point on Jason Richardson once, and I played one-on-one against him.
Uh-huh.
I've been playing basketball for a long time. So like on my tours, I had like 9, 10, 11 headlining tours. That was my way of being a kid still and having the basketball, hoop.
Let me get
and
back-
the backstage and all that kind of stuff.
Let me get back to
but
you smoking weed with Michael Jackson.
Yeah, what's up?
So he got you weed because you were like, "Yo, do you need to? Can you get me some weed?" Because
Correct.
you knew him as a guy that always gets the weed.
No, I just asked him.
Could he get you like coke as well?
I didn't ask that. I don't do that shit.
Would he seem like a kind of guy that could have that for you? At the time?
Absolutely not.
But you knew he was a big weed smoker.
No, he was into Xanax, propofol, and weed.
What was
All
his method
downers,
of
bro.
smoking weed though? Was he like a bong rip guy?
No, I rolled a blunt.
He didn't.
okay.
He didn't roll it, right?
No, I rolled a blunt.
Do you think he?
And
could
I'm
roll
sitting
one?
in the Bentley with him, and we're smoking, and all is cool. And then we're listening to Butterfly, and I'm in the driver's seat because I was 15 and I had my permit. So I used to live next door to Michael
Oh.
in Neverland in Santa Ynez. We had
You
150.
live next door to that fucking
yes,
house.
we had 190,000 acre or 190.
How long have you known
190
Michael?
acres.
Did you know Michael when you were way younger?
I broke his Guinness Book of World Records,
For what?
being the youngest male solo artist to have 4 consecutive Billboard top 10
And
hits
you
at
lived
the same
next
time.
door to him.
And out of all 4, one of them was with his song, One Bad Apple. And then that's how he discovered who
so
I
you
was.
guys have been fucking bros for life.
No, I never got to meet him until he brought me in to do Tell Me What More Can I Give? It was like a, charity song. You know? Like, we are the world.
Yeah.
It was like that kind of thing. So he brought me, he handpicked everybody. Me, Luther Vandross, Celine Dion, Destiny's Child, Usher.
You smoke weed with them?
NSYNC? No. And he brought in this dream team, and then my brother. And then my brother's relationship really took a toll when Michael Jackson gave me his $30 million jacket in front of Nick at Neverland.
And
at his
your brother
42nd
wasn't
birthday
happy
party.
for you.
No, he got up and left me there.
Shut
alone.
the fuck
And then I
up.
come back to LA.
So Michael is
I come back to
uncomfortable.
LA and
Yeah.
my mom is waiting at the Sheraton Hotel with
For
3
what?
detectives
For what?
because she wanted us to try to sue him.
For what? Sue
Just
who?
money and
Sue who?
Michael.
For giving you a jacket?
No, trying to make up a lie that he molested me,
Oh
dude.
my God, your
Oh.
fucking mom?
No, so I can validate Wade Rapson and all these people. They got one coming.
Wait, somebody else.
I already told Wade Robson I
don't
would
know who
punch him
that
in the
is.
face.
I don't know who that is. Sorry.
Okay, he was choreographer.
Yep.
For NSYNC, he did Bye Bye Bye. He
Yeah,
did all
okay,
all
yeah.
the like. You know,
he told your mom to try and say it?
And he was on my album pretending to be Nick on Aaron's Party, my second album.
Wait, but you're saying that
'Cause Nick wouldn't show up.
there was an orchestrated thing to try and make Michael look like a child.
Correct. And there was 3 detectives at the Sheraton Universal, and they were waiting for me. And I said, Michael didn't do anything. And my mom was like, we could get, straight up. Okay. And my mom was in it. And my dad wasn't about it. And then I was like, what the hell are you doing, Mom? I just came back with something that's priceless.
Yeah.
That
You don't
deserves
think-
to be in the Smithsonian
I have to
Museum.
do it. I have to do it.
What?
But do you think that he gave you the jacket to try and like make you his buddy so you would defend him in
No,
this time
I
of
asked
need?
him for it. We performed. So listen to this crazy story. I performed with Michael Jackson in his 45th Jackson 5 anniversary in Madison Square Garden. So he brought me on to perform with them. So we had a concert September 9th, September 10th, and we all left the morning of September 11th, 2001. That's when it was. I was in New York City for the terrorist attacks, and I saw it because I saw the first plane hit the tower, and I saw my dead sister.
I seem to. Wasn't there some crazy story where Michael Jackson ended up driving across the country with Liz Taylor because flights were grounded?
And I
September
drew,
11th?
and me, yes, that's correct. And we were, so what happened is we did the show, and then Michael Jackson was like, I want to bring everybody out to amusement park. He's a very loving guy, man. I wish y'all could have gotten to meet him, man. He was a G, bro. He was a G, a very loving guy.
Do you think he was gay?
No.
Straight guy.
I think he was, I know he was straight.
Okay.
Put it that way.
Yeah. Okay.
I
saw him in action.
went and grabbed the broad for him.
I'm sorry. What?
I went and grabbed the broad for him.
A girl.
Yeah, a girl.
You grabbed a girl when you say broad, you mean like a
A
civilian
broad, like a broad, like a girl. A
for
broad.
him to hang out with.
Yeah, he
for
was like,
a party.
he was like looking at people, kind of giggling. And no, he was in the street, was straight up into women, man.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
Like,
I know. I don't know. That's what.
No,
that's what
I was there.
Yep. I believe.
I ain't got a lie to kick.
I
it with
wasn't.
you.
So I'm believing your
But I
story
ain't got
way
a lie
more
to
than
kick
mine.
it with you,
I
you
don't
know?
know anything. Yeah, I get it, dude.
Like, I'll look you right in the eye and I'll tell you if you don't like it, whatever. It's the truth.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody's gonna like what I have to
impression
say.
that he might have
Fondled.
been at
Gay.
first I thought he was just a gay guy, and I'm like, you guys are. The child molestation thing just doesn't add up to me. I think maybe he's a gay guy.
He's
and people think
feminine.
He's weird. Yeah.
He's just like Bruno Mars type feminine.
But I mean, you can only base things on your own experiences. So
Yeah.
of course he's fucking gay if you're me, because I think it'd make me feel a lot better about myself if everybody else was as gay as I was. Then I'd be like, you fucking
he
got it too.
just had a very feminine side. He had a very feminine side to him, and he
Yeah.
loved kids. And
But
he
that's
always
it.
he loved kids because he wanted to. This is what he told me, bro. We smoked weed in his Bentley, looking at my old house.
Yeah.
I drove to my old house with my permit when we moved out when I was 12, thinking I could find it on Westerly Lane Road in St. Inez, and I found it. It was me, Michael, his assistant.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And we go there, and we're just like, just vibing. And I was like, yo, Michael, I used to live right next door to you. Here we go. And he was like, because I wanted to drive, I had my permit and I wanted to get some experience in. And I also wanted to go see my old property that we used to live at called Heaven's Gate off of Westerly Lane Road in San Ynez. And I was like, yo, I got a good spot for us to go chill. No one's going to find us. I said, if I can find my way there, because I never drove because I was 12, 13, 14, I got a license there. So, but I was able to find it. So I found all the landmarks that I remembered, the ponies and little.
Was he worried about getting caught smoking weed?
No, he wasn't worried. He
Is he kind of a bit of a pretty casual about it, like pretty gangster with the weed?
Yeah,
I'm smoking, so what?
Yeah. He loved weed.
Was he the type of person? Because so when I smoke weed, it's very, very noticeable. I sort of clam up a little bit and I get quiet. Jason smokes all the time, and I can't tell the difference between if Jason hasn't smoked or if he has.
That's kind of like me.
Is Michael? Yeah. What's Michael Jackson like? Is he a different person when he's stoned?
All right. So let me tell you the story that happened in the car. So the Invincible album had just come out, and he was working with Dark Child, Roddy Jerkins at the time. Okay. And that's the producer who did Say My Name, Say My Name.
Oh, yeah.
No one is around you. So Dark Child did a lot of stuff. So he produced the whole last album that Michael Jackson ever did called Invincible.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're sitting in the car, like I'm in the driver's seat. It's in the middle of the day, okay, like 1:00 in the afternoon. And most of the time, you don't want to smoke weed in the middle of the day, like especially when you're like younger, like can freak you out a little bit. Like the sun doesn't look the same, the light doesn't look the same, It's like at first, And then I'm sitting in the car. He puts on "Would You Be My Butterfly," and like he starts popping and locking his neck and like moving like robotic. So he looked like a robot, like, cause he could pop and lock like no other, like, and so he started popping and locking to his shit. And I look over, I'm like, oh shit. Like, cause like I got stoned, and no offense to anybody who's gotten plastic surgery or anything, but he looked like a porcelain doll to me. I looked over to my right and he looked like a porcelain doll cause I was stony as fuck. And we just smoked a big fat Swisher grape blunt of the bombest weed. I don't even know if he got this shit imported from somewhere, but it was the bombest weed I ever smoked in my life. And I just look over at him.
Smoking the weed too?
Yeah, assistant. Yeah, He had a tall, really blonde assistant that had this curly hair. This blonde guy. He had a dirt bike at the crib at Neverland. So I went. I smoked with them. I go back. I had to get out of the car in the middle of the day because his pop and locking was scaring me. And then I looked over and I was kind of stoned. And like. You get some good chronic, bro. That shit'll fuck you up. Like, not fuck you up, but like when you first start smoking
you think he was going to like do some weird robot shit to you?
Yeah, well, he was just popping and locking, and I never seen a pop and lock like this in my life.
Do you think that was going to escalate into like pop bashing? Or?
I don't know what the fuck, but I just was like, I got to get out. So I stood up out of the car, went to the back of the Bentley, and I looked at my old house, and I was just like, whew. Okay, we can go back in. And I go back in the car, and like it was just chill. He was listening to his music. I had to just take like a cool little breather from the situation and realize because
Did he pick up on it that he freaked you out?
I don't know.
was he still pop locking when you left the car and went around the back?
No, so he did pick up on it.
Okay, right.
Yeah. That's how you're getting it. Yeah. He definitely picked up on it. Then.
Okay.
Yeah. For sure, because when I got back in the car, he wasn't doing that.
And then do you talk to him frequently after that? Or
years and years and years. I mean, he called me up until 3 days before he died. Checking up on me. He used to call me Applehead. I called him Dookie.
Dookie. Why? He didn't ever take a shit on you or anything, did he?
I don't know. I said, you need to take a Dookie. You need to get some shit in there.
Oh.
Take a Dookie.
You think he was not eating?
No, man. Michael Jackson, unfortunately, he passed away at 117 pounds and 6'3". Did you know that?
No, I did not know that. Fuck off.
Okay.
What do you
6'3".
What do you think? What do you think happened there? Because we all just got the story that
AEG. I think AEG took him out.
Because I saw the.
I'm sorry. What's that? AEG
touring company.
You think a touring company took him out?
It wasn't just touring. It was merchandise. It was everything else. They're not just that. It's like Live Nation.
Yeah, and they were
they take your merch. They distribute your merchandise for you. They do all that stuff. Your ticket sales, Live Nation sells your concert tickets, everything like that.
You believe that doctor was hired to murder him?
Yes.
So he was trained.
Because I knew Michael.
He was rehearsing to do a 50-night stand, if memory serves. There was a lot of money.
Yeah,
and
too much for him.
And well, I assumed that he was wasting away to nothing, and obviously they're very carefully selected clips. But that documentary that they put out after he passed of the rehearsals, he was still performing way better than I
had
expected.
4 of my dancers that used to dance with me, dance with him on that show, on that tour, and they were in there. Misha Barton, Tony.
Wait, Misha Barton?
Misha, or not? I forgot his last name. Whatever. He's a Russian kid.
Yeah.
Misha. Tony Testa was his choreographer. I found these guys in Colorado.
Okay.
Like I found these dancers, and then they ended up going.
Yeah, I could see the
Michael.
crossover there. Sure.
Yeah, and so
You could dance it, right?
yeah, I'm
Helps with boxing.
I slay. Yeah, absolutely. We're just starting to get into the whole salsa thing right now.
Oh,
so,
you fucking.
yeah, but here's the thing, though. Like I'm trained.
Now
and
you're starting to piss me off.
I'm trained.
Jason, you thought you were special?
I feel like
I'm training, but
I feel like my coach is totally cheating.
Oh my!
No, but you gotta understand. I come from Miami.
Oh yeah, no.
We're
So
from
you
the
guys
same
are like
place.
even a closer bond than me. That's cool. Yeah. Because I'm all the way from Australia.
We both drive orange cars, like the same color as that pumpkin spice.
Yeah, I'm aware of his fucking pumpkin car.
You can just my pumpkin car.
You have a pumpkin car
I got
too?
my buddy here.
Better be like a Porsche or something.
It's an Escalade on 26s.
And you got it on orange?
It's called fire orange. Don't get it twisted. I created the color
I'm
myself.
twisting it up a little bit. Just
and then you're gonna go, oh.
I don't like orange
Well, this is an orange.
or yellow
this
on cars. But yeah, I've been.
You'll
yeah.
see.
I have a pink car, so I don't. Really,
I know. I love
can't
you.
talk
I
shit.
saw the picture. I was like, I love it. I love it.
I can't stop.
I mean, and I'm about to get an R8,
Yeah,
Audi R8.
I thought you already got it.
No, that was one that I was looking at, and then it was just a little too just iffy. There was like just a weird situation with and I just went to the dealership. I'm buying a new one at the dealership. Like,
Okay,
yeah.
So,
But I don't like though, because the new Audi R8s for like the last 4 years, they don't have the display monitors in them,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
navigation monitors. They took them out, and they're still selling the car for 160 grand.
Well, I mean,
And they used to have them.
what are you trying to do? You trying to watch
getting
a
like-
movie? Or you trying to go fast? What are we talking about here? You know,
All the above.
I feel like if you want to get a race car,
My
you
dad
should
was
have
a
nothing.
my dad was a race car driver and a boat racer. He raced with ASPCA, American
Yeah.
Power Boats, or APBA, American Power Boats
Does
Association,
it have
and
the capsule in
SBI.
it when if you crash the boat, then you're in this weird little coffin thing that keeps you, keeps you safe?
Yes, it's a he drove Super V's.
Yeah.
142 mile an hour in canopies.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the throttle man, and then you had to communicate with the other guy who was driving
Yeah.
on the other side, not even in the same. Yeah, so my dad and his, he used to take everybody's pink slips. He raced a 1969 RS SS Camaro with an aluminum small block in it.
We should race
Well, if you want to race, let me get my 69.
any time, anywhere, any car you got. I'll race you.
What you got?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, it don't matter.
Yeah.
I'll put you in the R8, and
Tell me
I'll
what day you want to meet at the track, and I'll get myself a car to meet you at the track with.
Okay. All right.
It's not trying to flex, just I love
No,
racing.
I love it. Actually, you know what? It's crazy because my dad, God rest his soul, he's a great man. I did a show called Top Gear. BBC.
Yes, you bastard. I would love to do that show.
I made it second place
Right.
in a piece of shit car.
See me trembling?
And there was a
I'm not.
professional race car driver who
Oh,
beat me.
shit.
He was the only one who beat me.
It's like fucking Dom Toretto and
How much
stereo
money
here.
have you
And
been
my
paid?
dad
How
died
much
that
money
day.
have you been paid to race cars?
I got paid 75 grand for that.
All right, you win. But still, I got regular checks for racing, okay?
Oh man.
And
They were like $75. I think I won a check for $175 when I won. I was like, yes. Yeah, my
I
sport.
grew up with
Not a
my
big
dad, with my
industry.
daddy, with a lot of speed adrenaline for that, man.
Right, and
Yeah,
now
he
you're
loved it.
carrying it through. That's why boxing makes sense to you, because it's very intense.
Yeah, it is. It is intense, and I enjoy. I'm just enjoying this process. It's really opening up a lot of dopamine and serotonin and and endorphins in my brain. And so those 7 receptors that I have that I did because I went to rehab for hopping duster.
Yeah.
So like I said, it destroyed me, whatever it is. So but I'm already back on track. I can talk a little. I can talk better now.
Yep.
If I just slow down a little bit and just keep track of what I'm doing. If I get a little ahead of myself, then I'll lose track. I'm like, oh man, can you repeat the question?
Yeah.
That's what I'll say is like, and when that happens, I'm actually dealing with a chemical imbalance and the metal particles in my brain and in my lungs, in my body, and all my organs. So I've been spending the last 4 years just trying to get rid of those.
Yeah.
So
That's a good idea.
I'm on a Neurontin.
You sound fine, dude.
Thank you.
I haven't caught anything unless you brought up the story. I would not have caught anything. You
Really?
talk fine. Yeah, what the fuck? And you look like you can box, so I don't think you're hurting that much at all. But I definitely think directing your addiction brain into
Boxing.
a positive addiction.
Yeah, right.
Because
Like
that's what I did. I boxed because I skateboarded, and then when I couldn't skateboard anymore to move up
so
here,
you're adrenaline junkie
I had
too.
to do something to feel. I can't just do radio. I have to be in danger. Like I have.
Yeah,
to.
me too. Like
I
riding
won't
dirt
feel right.
bikes
Right.
on big 450s. You know what I mean? Like going up big suicide hills. I mean, I jump. Like
So-
I do triples. And
So
I'm
what
in-
happens after this? What happens after this fight? Are you like, do you talk to the promoter and say, do you have another guy for me because I want to stay in boxing, or do you think one fight, let's get back to the real
You wanna
job?
join in with us for a second? No. Well,
Wait, Josh, you have a career plan for him? No. More than one?
Yeah, more than one fight.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's why I wanted to get his sense on it.
Not gonna fight a Paul brother.
Right. But you are going to fight for, what is the organization called?
Celebrity boxing.
Celebrity Boxing. You would have more than one fight for these guys.
That's our intention. So
Ah.
he's my manager through this process.
Okay.
So he's managing my boxing career, and I want to have a boxing career, and I want to take it. I want to do that.
Yeah.
I've never, I dealt with a lot of bullies. I've been bullied my whole life,
Yeah.
but I think I have a discipline that I'm learning a little bit more every day, and it's no
That's how it
different than you got to understand. I've been in the industry for 26 years. I'm young, but I've been in it a long time.
Yeah. Sure.
So, with that being said, it's like there's so much discipline and work ethic. Like I grew up in the artist development stages of the music industry.
Yeah.
That's no different than going into the boxing ring. Okay. So basically artist development means you don't just throw somebody on stage.
Yeah.
You put them in rehearsal. Then you have them on the mirrors, and then you have girls, boom, 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 boom.
Right.
So you can learn how to make eye contact and sing to people, and then get back into
You're
your
saying
moves.
that there's a lot to it, and you've already been in a discipline where it took a lot. Look, if you can achieve greatness in any discipline, then you just apply that strategy and technique to any other thing, and you're probably going to turn out all right. But as you know, it didn't happen overnight. To be good at something doesn't happen overnight. You have to put in the work.
I was shunned by when I did off Broadway. All those guys hated me.
Broadway people did?
Yeah. Because I came in there like a pop singer, singing, try to remember the kind, and versus, try to remember the kind of September.
wow.
When life was slow and oh so mellow. Big difference, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they told
so
you.
once I started getting to that point,
Did they liked it?
hats off.
Sure.
But until I got to that point, fuck out of my face, Aaron. That's how they
Right.
treated
Well,
me.
I'm a little bit different. I feel like right now, sure, you've got a lot to learn, but I feel like you're in there, and everybody that's talking shit, it's the easiest thing ever to say is, so then go and get in there and do it. See how you like it. Everybody that has an opinion about everybody that's ever had a fight or
Right.
how badly they fight, let me put some gloves on you and put a mouth guard in your mouth and be like, all right, dude, this guy's going to fight you right now. And see what happens. Because I have a fight organization. I've been putting on fights for almost 20 years. I can't believe that's actually true. But I have.
Wow.
And it's for people that have never fought. So I
me.
meet many people that are like, I'm going to train for 3 months and have a fight. Or I'm going to train for a couple of weeks. Or I'm going to train for 6 months. Might be something like that. But I've met all categories of beginner. And I've seen fight night right before the fight. You can't take that away from somebody. For the rest of their life,
What do you
they'll
mean?
be
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm saying that you will be an altered, stronger person mentally, physically
Mm-hmm.
for the rest of your life if you've had a real fight with somebody, win or lose. And not a fight in a bar, an
That
organized
happened to me
fight
yesterday.
where I say,
Well, no,
I
I
will
mean,
see
not-
you in this. Wait, you're fighting people at the bar? Don't do that. Stop doing that. Stop punching people
I don't
on
go
the
to
street.
bars.
Stop punching people
No,
on the street.
no, I don't do
You
that.
bet. Walk away. Sounds like bullshit to me. Sounds like you're ready to fight. I've seen enough.
I'm really
I know that you're ready to fight.
I have too much to lose. I
What?
have
Right,
I have
exactly.
a fiance.
So
We're
watch it.
pregnant.
Watch it,
I have
dude.
a household that I own. I can't.
I
it's
know.
It's not under LLC.
I know, dude. People
So-
cut me off, and I'm like, "We'll go," and then I'm like, what, "To jail now?
Yeah,
to
exactly.
jail after all this shit."
So
Not worth it.
I've cooled down a lot. I mean,
This boxing thing is going to help you. If you start fighting people every Friday, you're less inclined to punch up annoying people.
Well, you know what? Have you ever seen me have a domestic or battery charge or anything? Nope. I only got
Okay,
arrested
let's-
with weed one time. in my whole
Good
life.
for you.
That's it.
Not something that we really need to brag about, but good for you.
Yeah, well, you
Nobody's
know what?
punching
It
any
is what
women
it
around
is.
here.
It is what it is, and I'm a very candid person. I'm an open book. You know,
Right.
that's
Well,
how I like to keep it.
I can tell you haven't dodged one fucking single question, and I really appreciate it. But
Of
I believe
course,
we
bro.
are at
Yeah, I
time.
think we got to wrap it up.
Yeah, podcasting, man. They don't let us go as long as we used
Hey,
to.
Jason Ellis Show. I honestly, I've done a lot of podcasts. I did Impulsive, whatever, blah blah blah.
Me
blah,
too.
blah. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got his chain though.
You
I got Logan Paul's chain.
Oh, you robbed
stole it.
No,
You just took it.
no, we traded chains,
Oh, man, I didn't bring my chain. I brought my boxing gear.
and now people are offering me like $200,000 for it. When the chain I gave him only cost $20,000.
All I did was
But
talk
I-
about
you know what,
sucking
look,
dicks. I really blew it.
I'm honestly, I'm gonna be straight up with you.
Yep.
I know we're coming to an end, but I just want to say that I live my life a little bit differently than the Logan Paul brothers and the Jake
Yep.
brothers. You know, I lead a different lifestyle.
Yep.
You know, I've been sent to rock bottom and had to pick myself back up basically when I'm injured.
Yep.
You know, and that's what's made me the stronger man that I am today. I'm also a Sagittarius, so I'm a fire sign. So you can't throw fire on a fire sign. It'll only get blue and then it'll get green.
Remember that, everybody, when you look at the midnight sky.
That's
Listen,
why I got this flames.
I'm
going up my
rooting
neck.
for you, dude.
Thanks,
All right.
bro.
I think.
And I'm a big fan of you too. Like just watching you and just watching his videos and working with you, and it's just
Well,
I do
I
my due
appreciate it.
diligence. You know.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We'll, you know, what I mean, we'll watch each other punch other people in the face in the near future. We both have fights coming up, so I look forward to all that shit. But thanks for being on the show, dude. I really do appreciate
Man,
your time.
thank you for having me.
Hey, Jason Ellis, interrupting this podcast with an exclusive after we talked to Aaron Carter. I think maybe a day later. This is my coach here, Josh, who was Aaron Carter's coach and was coaching him to win this fight. I myself have enough experience where I was like, wow, Josh, you could actually get this guy to win this fight. Lamar looks terrible and Aaron doesn't look that bad. And I guess what had happened recently was he took a shot in sparring to the stomach, and I saw the shot. I watched the video. I have video. You'll see the video right now. And it's a gut shot. It happens in boxing. Wasn't the hardest shot in the world, but it's still a shot that would drop a man. I guess he took a knee, got back up, was a little bit sore, Josh, and then you were worried about his ribs, or
No, I
he
wasn't.
said they were fine.
Yeah, I wasn't worried, honestly, because I saw it and I'm like, that's just going to be, I just saw it as like, he's going to need a couple more days off than a normal person would. You know what I mean?
Because he's new to the game, and that was a good body shot.
Yeah, it was a good body shot, which is something he needed to experience, because imagine if he experiences that the day of the fight and doesn't know how to react to it. You know what I mean?
You're trying to get him ready for a real fight.
Yeah.
So you've had trouble. I know that you've had trouble. That's why when I booked him for the show, I wanted you to bring him here because I had heard that he doesn't show up on time. This is not a big deal to me. This is a rock star mentality, and I'm used to that.
Yeah.
But for a fight, it is, if you're showing up with sparring partners, you do need to show up at the exact time that all the sparring partners are, because we are using each other's brains.
Mm-hmm.
We're giving each other potential brain damage here, so it's definitely needs to be a lot more respect. Let's say he doesn't know that much about that yet, and he failed that. But in the end, I guess he came with you with too many excuses, and you were like, if you're not going to train, I'm not going to continue to train because I'm here to actually help you win, not just.
Yeah, it wasn't even like, I just sent him, it was just so many excuses, you know what I mean? But I'm like, I get it. He's getting into the sport slowly. He hasn't worked out in years. So, you know, he has to kind of slowly get into it. So I've had patience throughout this process, but now it's like a month out. And I told him, like, he told me, he's like, yo, tell me when we should pick it up. And I'm like, yesterday, we should have been picked it up. You know what I mean? So he was always like, he understood when I was with him, but then the minute he goes home, it was just like every day before every session, there was an excuse every single day, an elaborate excuse every time.
So you were trying to be respectful, and then in the end, it was very apparent that he was an excuse machine. I myself personally felt like he was using some stuff that wasn't just weed, because I'm on weed all the time too, and I was like, you're on something else. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But in the end, a lot of stories, a lot of excuses. That's not going to help anybody win a fight. And you know, obviously, I trust you 100% on knowing your boxing ability. So him questioning your abilities is a bit of an insult. And that's half the reason I'm doing this is because you're a good friend of mine who works hard on his craft. If you want to get really good, this guy will help you. But it won't be bullshit because you don't get to win for free. You have to put in the work. So, and I didn't think you're definitely not a mean coach or any of that.
Yeah.
Very easy to deal with.
Yeah.
So for him to decide to not come in, I saw the text message. He wanted an out, and you gave him one.
Yeah.
And then I go on there because I was going to go tell him, "Hey man, you need to get back in the gym, and you need to talk to Josh and apologize because that's not how it works."
Yeah.
And in the live feed, he said that he had broken 3 ribs.
And then you told me, that's how I found out. I didn't know until you told me.
Right. So now I'm like, wait a minute, you broke 3 ribs? No, you didn't. Are you telling everybody that you organized somebody to punch you and break your ribs? Yeah. Now I'm doing it on the Jason Ellis Show. So Josh Polit here is the coach and is done everything the right way. And this guy has separated from Josh in a negative way, which is kind of the way he does things from what I can tell. Because I don't think he's entirely in charge of his life. I think his fiance is pulling him around a little bit, but that's none of my business. My business is with Josh and his, you have a gym, you have your fight gym, you're starting it all, and this dude's a big celebrity, and he's like, oh, the guy's breaking my rib. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Before I was going to let you go, but now, you know what I mean? I came on here, you told me a bunch of shit, you know what I mean? And I didn't argue with any of the stuff that he said was factual. I said, okay, cool. If that's what you think happened, that's fair. I believe you. And now to do this, now I'm like, well, okay, before this podcast ends, I want people to know that after he left, he spat some shit about my boy right here and said that he broke ribs. I watched the video. You're going to see the video. You're going to see the shot. You're going to see him get back up. When you get back up, I have had many broken ribs. You don't fucking just get back up and walk off. You don't show somebody the next day that it's not that bad by doing that to them.
Yeah.
You can't fake punch your broken ribs.
Yeah.
And now he's on Instagram pulling his fucking pants up, jumping around. Anybody broke their ribs, jump around, pull up and jump around and see how that
And
works.
a broken wrist, apparently.
Wait, from boxing?
Yeah, apparently it was a broken wrist.
From what?
No, he just said that's what I heard on the live. He said that he broke his wrist too. He broke his wrist and a couple ribs. So people were DMing me like, "Hey, what happened with Aaron's ribs? Is he okay? Is he okay?" I'm like, "What ribs? What ribs?" And then when you told me that that's what he said on the live, and I was like, "Is he telling people?" Because he blocked me immediately after, which is weird because I told you that's just not how he is. He genuinely was a nice guy.
Yeah, I thought he was nice.
He just has no direction, and I feel like some people are pulling the strings.
Yeah.
And he's not really in control because this is not like him. I texted him that when he gave me that excuse about that long story short, he gave me an excuse that he was throwing up for 18 hours and he couldn't train on that Friday. Your podcast was on Wednesday. Literally saw him on the way home. I go, let me see. Lifts up his shirt, nothing. Starts going this. I'm fine because I'm like, you can take till Monday off. Whatever, let it heal. And he's like, no, I'm good to go. Look. And I go, oh, you don't even have a bruise or a bump. And I go, it's not even swollen. Like, you're fine.
Okay, so here's the exclusive. He leaves. He doesn't have a new trainer. He does have to fight Lamar Odom in the next 3 weeks, correct?
Yeah.
And he's not training because his ribs are broken. So here's the exclusive. Aaron Carter is not going to fight. He's not going to show up. And his ribs aren't broken from any... His ribs aren't broken. And I'm not saying my opinion. I'm saying it's not factual. His wrist sure as hell is not broken. And this is just a long list of bullshit, which is fine. You've been through a lot. You know, anybody who gets addicted to sniffing dust cleaner or some shit. I don't know.
That's what he was doing back in the day.
Fucking, oh my God, your life is so sad. So I'm not trying to bash him. I'm more just saying, hey.
Just covering my ass
Josh,
here. You know what
Josh is not... an evil man and did not organize any bad things for Aaron. I've had personal conversations off air away from Aaron where we both were like, man, we could get him to fucking do this. Josh sincerely wanted him to win, and that's why he wouldn't agree to you showing up, once a week, 2 hours late and whatnot. So these are the facts from us. And if you look at our track record, we're not on social media spinning absolute bullshit 24/7. Unlike this man who is documented to spin shit 24/7. So love you, Aaron. Hope you get sober. Hope you apologize, be the bigger man. Get back in the gym. I'd love to help you win this fight. But at this point right now, no, you cannot say that about my friend and when I know it to be untrue. So you guys watched the video. You've heard our little conversation. I hope you enjoyed the interview with Aaron. Do what you will with it. Thanks, everybody. See you next week.
Bing, boing, poing, 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 poing. Boing, 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 boing. Meow, 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 meow. Fucking meow, meow. Big fat boy. Fucking boy. Big fat boy. Fucking boys, bing boing boing, boing fucking boing, bing boing boing, fat boy, fucking boy.